I'm so sorry to have to see them go in handcuffs like that. But at the end of the day, the law is the law. And what she did was definitely wrong. You know what I mean? Like, these people, they come here to earn a living, just like everybody else who came here as an immigrant to earn a living. Fresh start. As you can see, they worked their ass off. And I know they probably been there all day on top of that hot ass roof. I know they had to been there all day on top of that roof, risking their safety from sliding off that shit. And come on. And that's the best thing you could have done, was sat your little ass there and come up with a plot as to not pay them. Girl, you need to be under the jail. All right, let's jump right into this next video. This video involves my Central American crew, Guatemala to be exact. This female decided that she's going to hire an entire construction crew to resurface her roof. Yes, resurface her roof, right? She thought it was a good idea to have them do the job, but not pay them for it.
Who assisted ICE in arresting her own workers has been arrested and faces felony charges. The homeowner had hired 6 Guatemalan workers who had been working nonstop for several days, putting in long hours to finish.
You can't tell me that hands down, these people don't know how to do a good job. You got to give jacket. You got to put the cap on the head where it belongs. Whenever you see these people doing work, don't underestimate them. They know what they're doing. Got to give it to them.
Project on time with the job nearly complete and expectations that payment was finally coming. But despite the work being almost finished, she still owed them roughly $10,000 in unpaid wages, money they had already earned through days of labor. And then just before payment was due, she made a decision that shocked everyone involved. Instead of settling the debt, she proactively contacted ICE and coordinated with law.
Now, you can't tell me that was a slick shit to do. That was slick. She deserved more words than what I'm really trying to hold back from giving her. Because you don't do that to nobody. You don't have them up there sweating and working all day to do a perfect job for you to turn around and call the police on them, to call ICE on them. Come on, man. That's some unjust behavior right there. Like, what's going on with you? Why would you even sit there to even think about that? Put her ass in the jail. Put her in the jail. Put her in the jail. Put her in jail. That's the main thing right now. How dare you? How dare you think that you can get away with something like this? And that's what that's what I be trying to say. A lot of these people who claim to be so intelligent be doing the most stupidest shit. Real talk. She really thought that she was going to get away with this. Get them to complete the job, call ICE on them, ICE take them, arrest them, and she gets away scot-free. Nah, no, young lady, that's not how this works. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. I'm so sorry. You're going to have to go in these handcuffs and you're going to have to go to jail because, you try to defraud not only them, but you use ICE services to benefit yourself. That's not how this thing works.
A
woman hired immigrant workers to fix her roof. They worked for days, almost finished the job. Then came the bill, $10,000. Right before paying them, she allegedly called ICE.
Nos rodearon.
6 workers were detained. Now the video is going viral, and people are asking the same question. Was this about the law or about not wanting to pay $10,000?
Go! Get out of here!
What do you think? Was this justified or completely wrong?
Trying to be cheap.
Enforcement officers on site. What happened next was captured on video and quickly began circulating online.
I don't like that. They should not be walking off in handcuffs like that. They worked hard all day. At least before you deport them, give them their money. That's fair, right? But at least before you send them back, give them their money.
Workers still on the roof and in the middle of their job were suddenly ordered to come down with no warning and no explanation. One by one, they were taken into custody, some of them detained immediately before they even had a chance to grab their tools or process what was happening. Witnesses at the scene were visibly upset. The situation has now sparked outrage online.
Now that's the thing. I know I mentioned give them their money before they leave because their money is going to be tax deferred. That's why they didn't want them to receive their money. They didn't want them to grab their tools. They didn't want them to do anything. So in other words, they're more leaning towards the lady who called them side. Even though she did something wrong, indirectly, they're leaning towards her side. It may look like they're trying to be on the Guatemalans' side, but not at this point.
With many accusing the homeowner of exploiting vulnerable workers and then using.
And she got a lot of nerve to say something. You see her in that yard cussing? Boy, somebody should hit her with a brick.
Immigration enforcement to avoid paying what she owed. Prosecutors have now launched an investigation and filed charges, including exploiting immigration status to extort financial gain. If proven, this would constitute a felony when immigration status is used as a tool for exploitation. The labor.
Look at that. They tore the whole roof, even the garage. Took the whole thing apart, brought it all the way down to its natural fresh wood. Started over, gave you a good job, and you don't want to pay them. The nerve of some people, I tell you.
Relationship ceases to be one of employment and becomes nothing more than blatant exploitation.
Even though the house looked dilapidated anyway, like she, come on, you fixing the roof, you need to fix the whole house. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Like, you don't do that to people. You don't take advantage of anybody. I don't give a damn for what reason. Of course, she thought for a very good reason that she could have gotten away with it. And it's good that the law was not on her side, that they were able to lock her ass up and throw her in jail, because that was some selfish shit. That's really something that you should not do to people. If you're not going to pay them, don't even call them to do the job. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, because it could have went real crazy after all of that. Because what if one of those people would have found out that, you know, ahead of ICE getting there, that you actually was the one who called ICE on them? What if it would have gotten the wind? Somebody would have came up missing, obviously, right? So you don't do things like that because, you know, think about it. Karma comes back. Regardless of how you try to run, dodge, and dip from it, karma always finds you. Supposing one of them guys would have took you out and buried you underneath that house somewhere where nobody could find you. Like, you got to think like that. Before you do stupid shit, like, think. You're not the only one with a smart brain on your body. All right, so until next time, y'all.
A woman hired immigrant workers to fix her roof. They worked for days, almost finished the job. Then came the bill, $10,000. Right before paying them, she allegedly called ICE.
Nos rodearon.
6 workers were detained. Now the video is going viral, and people are asking the same question. Was this about the law, or about not wanting to pay $10,000?
Go! Get out of here!
What do you think? Was this justified or completely wrong?